Namaste everyone. Today I am going to chant and explain kalbhairavaashtakam, which was written by Adi Shankaracharya. Lord Shiva has several forms and avatars. Although his original ascetic form is widely revered, his Pashupatinath and Vishwanath avatar are also quite famous. But one of the most fearsome avatars of Lord Shiva is the Kalabhairava. This form of Shiva, described by Adi Shankaracharya in the kalbhairavaashtakam, is shown to be naked, black, entwined with a garland of skulls, 3 eyes, weapons of destruction in his 4 hands, and entwined with snakes. Now, let's see the lyrics of kalbhairavaashtakam. It consists of 9 verses. Devaraja Sevyamana Pavanagri Pankajam Vyalayagnya Sutramindu Shekaram Kripakaram Narada Adiyogi Vrindavanditam Digambaram Kashika Puradinada Kalabhairavam Bhaje. The meaning of this stanza is salutations to Lord Kalabhairava, the supreme lord of Kashi, whose lotus feet are revered by Lord Indra, king of the Devas, who has a snake as a sacrificial thread, a moon on his head, and is very compassionate, who is praised by Narada, sage of the gods, and other yogis, who is a Digambara, wearing the sky as his dress, symbolizing his free being. Bhanukoti Bhaswaram Bhavabditarakam Param Neelakandam Lipsitartha Dayakam Trilochanam Kalakalam Ambujaksham Akshashulam Aksharam Kashika Puradinada Kalabhairavam Bhaje. The meaning of this stanza is salutations to Lord Kalabhairava, the supreme lord of Kashi, who has the billions of a million sons, who saves devotees from the cycle of rebirth, and who is supreme, who has a blue throat, who grants us our desires, and who has 3 eyes, whose death unto death itself, and whose eyes look like a lotus, whose trident supports the world, and who is immortal. Shulatanka Pasha Dandapani Mati Karanam Shyamakayamadi Devam Aksharam Niramayam Bhima Vikramam Prabhum Vichitratandava Priyam Kashika Puradinada Kalabhairavam Bhaje. The meaning of this stanza is salutations to Lord Kalabhairava, the supreme lord of Kashi, who wears the trident, mattock, noose, and club in his hands, whose body is dark, who is the primordial lord, who is immortal and free from the diseases of the world, who is immensely mighty, and who loves the wonderful Tandava dance. Bhukti Mukti Dayakam Prahasta Chadu Vigraham Bhakta Patsalam Stitam Samastaloka Vigraham Minikmanan Manognya Hema Kinkini Satkatim Kashika Puradinada Kalabhairavam Bhaje. The meaning of this stanza is salutations to Lord Kalabhairava, the supreme lord of Kashi, the one who bestows both desires and salvation, who has a pleasing appearance, who is loving to his devotees, who is stable as the god of all the worlds, who wears a golden belt around his waist with bells that make a melodious sound when he moves. Dharma Setu Palakam Tadharma Marganashakam Karma Pasha Mochakam Shusharmadayakam Vibhum Swarna Varna Shisha Pasha Shobitanga Mandalam Kashika Puradinada Kalabhairavam Bhaje. The meaning of this stanza is salutations to Lord Kalabhairava, the supreme lord of Kashi, who ensures that dharma, righteousness, prevails, who destroys the path of adharma, unrighteousness, who saves us from the bonds of karma, thereby freeing our soul, and who has golden hued snakes entwined around his body. Ratna Paduka Prabha Rama Pada Yukmakam Nityam Advityam Vishishta Daivatam Niranjanam Nrityadarpanashanam Karaladam Stramokshanam Kashika Puradinada Kalabhairavam Bhaje. The meaning of this stanza is salutations to Lord Kalabhairava, the supreme lord of Kashi, whose feet are adorned with 2 golden sandals with gems, who is the eternal non-dual Ishta Devata, God who grants our desires, who destroys the pride of the Yama, god of death, whose terrible teeth liberate us. Attahasa Binda Padma Janda Kosha Santatim Drishtipatanasta Papa Jalamugra Sashanam Ashta Siddhidayakam Kapala Malikadaram Kashika Puradinada Kalabhairavam Bhaje. The meaning of this stanza is salutations to Lord Kalabhairava, the supreme lord of Kashi, whose loud roar destroys the sheaths of creation, meaning the delusions of our mind, of the lotus-born Brahma, whose very glance is enough to destroy all our sins, who gives us the 8 siddhis, accomplishments, and who wears a garland of skulls. Bhuta Samganayakam Vishala Kirtidayakam Kashivasaloka Punya Papa Sodakam Vibhum Niti Marga Kovidam Puratanam Jagatpatim Kashika Puradinata Kalabhairavam Bhaje. The meaning of this stanza is salutations to Lord Kalabhairava, the supreme lord of Kashi, who is the leader of ghosts and goblins, who bestows glory, who frees the people of Kashi from their sinful and righteous deeds, who guides us on the path of righteousness, and who's the most ancient, eternal Lord of the universe. kalbhairavaashtakam patamtiye manoharam jnana mukti sadhanam vichitra punya vardhanam shoka moha dainya lobha kopatapa nashanam prayanti kalabhairavam grisannidam naradruvam. Salutations to Lord Kalabhairava, the supreme lord of Kashi. Those who read these 8 verses of the kalbhairavaashtakam, which is beautiful, which is a source of knowledge and liberation, which increases the various forms of righteousness in a person, which destroys grief, attachment, poverty, greed, anger, and heat, will attain after death the feet of Lord Kalabhairava, Lord Shiva. Thank you. Hope you liked it.
Excellent, excellent.